am I? I'm a boss and I'm honestly off my rocker, but follow me, I'm ahead of the game. I'm ahead of the game. I'm only ever slinging, I'm working overtime. Got a song and I'm the singer, the melody, the vibe. I'm a prodigy, logically, I'm impossibly wanted, and they'll remember my name. They'll remember my name. Ooh, well, I'm ahead now. I'm ahead of the game. I'm ahead of the game. Ooh, well, I'm ahead now. I'm ahead of the game. I'm ahead of the game. Well, I'm ahead now. Well, I'm ahead now. I'm ahead of the game. I'm ahead of the game.
He played the Berlin, which I sort of expected, but I didn't really know what to do against, because in reality very few people do.
When we are playing an even game against someone of similar strength to us, usually we need to give something in order to obtain the initiative.
Just how shrewd and cunning Alireza can be, even with very little time.
I want to show you a game just to prove that I play these lines that I played against former world #2 and a bit of a superstar, Vachier-Lagrave.
Hello everyone and welcome to my Banter Blitz today. Yeah, I haven't done the Banter Blitz in quite some time, so it will be interesting to see how it goes today. And normally I play usually 3-0, and okay, maybe in the end some bullet, but yeah, we will see about that. And I already chose the first game, so I'm going to start. Knight f3 is what I use most in Blitz, and then we will see. Okay, c5, c4, so some kind of English transposition now. Okay, probably we will again transpose to some kind of tower structure. Yes. So now ed4 and d4. Okay, I don't think it really matters whether I castle first, or go knight c3, but yeah, start like this. So it's like, I would say, old main line here. I mean, nowadays, Taraj is more often played with this like new Dubov idea to go cd4 and bishop c5, but this only works if I have the knight on c3 quite early. So I think that's why here it didn't happen. Okay, maybe I can take on f6 and take on c5, I don't know. Okay, I'll go rook c1. Yes, c4 and... Okay, I think I will go e3. Probably I shouldn't have played rook c1. It's now, I mean, now I would really like to have e3 and knight e5, but okay. Yes, because now I have to take, and then e5 is covered. Okay, I would like to get my knight to f4 somehow, so I will try to go knight d1, knight e2, and knight f4. Like to attack the pawn on d5 against b5. I have a3 to defend that, and yeah, I will try to put pressure on the d5 pawn. Also, I have queen f3, so I think black has somehow has to try and defend this. I think a5, knight f4. I'm exactly in time. Knight e7, and then queen f3. I don't really see how he can defend the pawn on d5 now. Yes, now just queen f3, and okay, I have to be accurate not to like get my queen trapped, but I think since I'm gonna take next move on d5, and then also the queen will have some squares, and threatening knight f6 should be fine. After b4, I have to decide whether I want to take first or go knight d5 immediately, because after a b4 there might be rook b4, which doesn't look too good, but still it's an option at least. But yeah, I think he has quite some trouble now. Yeah, queen d7. Okay, if he had one more move now, bishop g4 would be winning, but I can just take on d5. Also with both knights, but I don't know, I feel like with the f knight is more precise, just to not get into any kind of queen traps. Because yeah, actually after knight c5, bishop g4, for example, knight f6, gf6, queen e4, bishop f5, it's not so easy. After queen f3, and there's bishop g4 again. I just saw that I might have had knight h5 there, but that's already way too complicated. I mean, yeah, just win the pawn. I feel like he should have played bishop d8, because now this looks quite bad. Since now this bishop on f6 is cut out because of the pawns on d4 and d3, and my bishop is quite good. Also, there are no real advances for black since the c4 pawn is weak. And now I just need to slowly advance. Okay, rook c8, yeah, now that here's b4. Okay. Yeah, b4 is a bit annoying. I don't really want that to happen, so I will go rook c2. So that after b4 I can take and go rook c1. Okay. So b4 still is not threatening, which means I can go king g2. Okay. g6 now b4 threatening, so I'll go bishop d5 to prevent again. Okay, I think h4 is always quite useful. And now, yeah, I have to decide whether I want to go a4 at some point or not. It's not that clear. Probably not. Maybe to get the king there first. But yeah, king e7 is coming, so. Yeah, it's not that easy to convert here. But also b4 is not that big of a problem, so now I'll push e4, e5, and it gets a bit more complicated. But yeah, I'm sure I'm still much better here. It's just that now he also got some active play. Yeah, I think it would have been good for him to exchange one pair of rooks, because now it's very easy block for me. Now I can pick up the pawn, and I think with 2 pawns up, also, I mean, even with those bishops, it should be winning. Okay, I think d5 wasn't a good idea, because now the pawns here are getting a bit weak. But I believe it should still be winning. Okay, also now time is getting very low. Yeah, now d6 will be winning. Yeah, okay, I think it was a quite good game. I got the advantage and then struggled a bit to convert, but overall quite solid. Okay, let's take another 3-0. Yeah, I quite much like the setup for Blitz, since it's rather easy to play with black, and also if you know what you're doing, you can play quite fast. I don't really know what kind of opening we got here, but it's kind of weird. I mean, compared to some kind of scimitar structure, I didn't play e4 yet, which I think is good for me. But yeah, I also need to plan right now. I mean, the knight on c6 is not that good. But also his plan is very easy. We'll just go bishop d7 and rook c8 probably. Okay, I think I'll take on b4 now. Knight b4, I suppose. And then queen. Yeah, I think I can be quite happy with them taking with the queen. Knight would have been more normal. Now the queen is also kind of for target. So this bishop can't move because b7 is hanging and it's not so easy to develop for black now. e5, okay. Okay, I have rook b5 first of all, which looks already quite good. Yeah, I think just rook b5, and then I will win the pawn. Okay, I don't win the pawn as easily. I shouldn't have blundered this one, but okay. It's not too bad, it's just was stupid. Okay, if I go rook d1, yeah, I feel like I'm still rather solid. Although I don't have the feeling that I can play for advantage now, but yeah, I mean, you just shouldn't forget about moves like queen a3. Now he can't take on d4 because then I will take on h7, bishop g4. Okay, I think I can still take on h7. Okay, king h8. And now I need to move because knight d4 is threatening and also the bishop is hanging. I mean, bishop is not really hanging, but he can take on f3 first and then it would be hanging. So if I just move the bishop, knight d4 is a problem, I think. Yeah, it's not easy right now to find the move. Okay, I think rook b3 is kind of useful. Just to solidify. But I still have the problem that knight d4 and is hanging, threatening, and the bishop is hanging, so I need to find some kind of special idea to survive. Yeah, I think queen should go to a4 maybe, or a5. Yeah, of course, d6 is an option as well, but I think then maybe knight d4. Yeah, no, queen e6 is also possible. I don't know, it's a very complicated position. He goes to d6. I mean, if I go bishop c2, what is happening? Knight d4, rook d4, queen d4, knight d4, bishop e2, knight e2, rook d2. I don't really see a defense there for me. Okay, maybe I do. Okay, I have to play something or I will lose some time, so I'll just go for this. But doesn't look very promising, to be fair. But yeah, if he doesn't take on d4, I'm happy to win that. I will be able to defend this pawn and be a pawn up, and also his king is getting weak, so I only had this kind of immediate problems, and now if knight d4 is not a problem, then everything should be fine. But yeah, I think knight d4 is the move. Okay, he doesn't go for it. Probably will also make huge mistakes now since I'm very low on time. Yeah, I already played horrible, but okay. No, it doesn't really matter how well you play, you just have to play fast. Okay. And now I'm winning a piece. But again, yeah, it's rather about who is flagging first. Okay, now it's mate. But okay, this was a very intense game, and I feel just, yeah, blundering queen a3 was very bad, and then probably the position was even bad at some point. So yeah, since I see also some 3+2 and 5-0 challenges, again, I would prefer to play 3-0. Okay, we get black again. Okay, e3. Okay, d5, d4, so rather passive setup. I mean, now it just allows me to develop quite nicely since the bishop on c1 is also stuck. I mean, I couldn't just play so calmly with b6, bishop b6 and everything if bishop g5 was a threat, or like a move at least. But yeah, now it's a rather calm game. Okay, I think quite symmetrical and probably equal structure. CD, ED. Yeah, I mean, CD, ED normally you play when you have some immediate knight b5, but since this is not possible here, I'm quite happy. I can just go rook a8, knight bd7, probably knight d4 at some point, and looks quite nice. And I always find it very hard to find some kind of real plan for white in this kind of structures. Because this bishop is somehow stuck and there are no immediate breakthroughs and also no tension in the center, so it's not that easy. Okay, queen c2. I mean, I would love to play queen e7, but there's still knight f5, so I need to be careful with that. Probably I will just play g6. And I don't really like g6 because it can be a weakness at some point, but I think since the a1, h8 diagonal is still closed, I can do it here. a3. But okay, I don't think b4 is a problem for me. So I will just go queen e7. Knight d2. I think, okay, e4 is still not taken, so I can just start pushing h5, maybe get some attack there. And also I feel like he lost quite many tempi here. So now more or less French structure, but I have h4, h3 immediately, which looks quite annoying for him. Now maybe only idea would be to get knight f4, but yeah, I could even think about g5 here. And though there's also no need to play g5. But yeah, I think I can just go g5. The bishop on c1 is still stuck. Now there's still the defensive idea with knight c3 and then bishop f1, so I can't mate immediately, but still it looks very dangerous. I mean, I need to get this bishop from b7 into the attack as well. And, like, main goal would be to exchange this light squared bishops, because then all those weaknesses on f3, g2 are like getting 10 times worse. And yeah, and by now I already don't really, yeah, he has to exchange, but then it's looking very bad. I mean, it's not made immediately, but even from a positional point of view, it's quite bad at this point. And also f5, f4, but yeah, I think now I can just go queen g4, queen f3 and mate. Yeah, I don't see a defense. So, of course, yeah, maybe like with knight f4 you could prevent mate, but then you have to sacrifice a piece. And of course it's totally lost. So, I mean, you would need to get the queen to e2 now, or at least next move to f1 to protect the mate. But f4. Okay, and after queen f3, it's very funny that his knight literally has absolutely not a single move. So it's mate. Okay, I think it was quite a good game. Just, I think white lost too many tempi with this knight c3, knight e2, knight b3, also rook e1, and so on, and then the attack was too strong. Okay, so I'll stick to my system with white here. c5. Let's go for e3 this time. So now we get some kind of, I don't even know what the structure is. Because if I go c4, we could get some reversed kind of Tarash, and I'm not sure I want that. But also now that t is already fixed with g6, bishop g7, I don't really need to play with c4. I can also try and get some reverse kind of ready position, which is what I'm going to do now. Okay, with d5. Okay, maybe h3, bishop f4, c3. Now those are going to be my moves. Okay, c3 first, because maybe there's would be some queen b6 if I don't start like this. And yeah, I already realized I'm playing way too slow, so I should speed up a bit here. But yeah, I think just from a general point of view, the structure is quite nice for white. With this g6, bishop g7 being just the wrong place for the bishop against the d4, c3 setup. And also the bishop on f5 is always kind of a problem. Okay, I don't even want to exchange the knights. I'm not sure that's right, but it feels like I don't want to exchange anything here because he doesn't have that good squares for the pieces. I think endgame would be fine for me, especially if I get this ab3 structure. I think no black should play. Yeah, a5 is, I think if I get b4, I would be very happy, but on the other hand side also a5 is quite ugly move. You don't really want to play that way. So I feel like I should be a bit better. Okay, a5. Yeah, I could go bishop b5. Also knight e3 is a move. But yeah, there's no need for me to go knight e3. I mean, anyway, he doesn't really have a next move. Because e6 always runs into g4. Voluntarily, you don't want to move the bishop. Of course, you could, yeah, something like h6. You can always play. It's also not really dangerous for me. I just need to find a plan as well. I mean, I could try and go with knight e5, but that I have to calculate quite a lot. Because, yeah, I don't know, knight e5, bishop e8, knight d3, there's quite many lines. So I don't know, I feel like knight e3 is the right move. And after bishop e6, or yeah, I don't know, maybe also some other move, e6, g4, g5 might also be working. To d7, but I feel like now just d5 is singing. Yeah, also e4 singing now, knight c7 threatening, so this looks like might already be winning. Knight d6, I have knight e7, so yeah, I don't really see what to do for black now. I could have taken on c6 before, actually. It would have been even stronger, but okay. This is also okay. Well, it means, okay, it should still be winning, yeah? Just the other one was maybe more winning than this. Yeah, I think rook e7 should still be the best move, and now, okay, I'm just 2 healthy pawns up, which should be enough to win the game. I always feel like with material advantage, one of the biggest advantages is just that nearly all kind of exchanges are good for you, which means that you can always offer a trade, and then the opponent has to like put the piece somewhere where he doesn't want it to be, just because he has a problem with the exchange and can't exchange pieces. And now I also win a piece. So yeah, now there's no chance for black. It's just the pin, and with the bishop on d7, there would have been something at knight b8 or knight e5, but yeah, now the bishop is just, the knight will be lost, or the bishop, in the case the knight moves. Okay, I see we also have some quite strong players challenging, so I will try my luck here as well. I am with 2,700 rating here. It's really good. But okay, no move. Yeah, I will wait a little bit more and then try another challenge. Okay, then I will try another challenge. Okay, who else do we have? Okay, again, knight f3. e6, c4, and f5. Okay. I mean, just g3 bishop g2 is always a very solid setup, and I also think it should be working quite well here. In this case, I always believe that this bc3 is interesting because just the b file is open, b6 doesn't really work because I have the bishop on the diagonal already, and then also, at least for the moment, this double pawn is not that big of a weakness. Okay, maybe it's already time to go e4. I have quite an advantage in development. And now knight c6 and probably knight a5 is the idea. Okay, maybe I'll try to do something with like h4, knight g5, and so on. Because there are like potential weaknesses. Yeah, of course, h6 is possible, but now imagine if I ever get the bishop to d3 or something, then this will be extremely problematic. But yeah, I feel like I somehow misplayed something. Now black also got quite active. Probably e4 wasn't the best idea. But okay, still nothing very bad happened here. Okay, now it's interesting to see like what would be his next move. Guess it's not that easy as well. I mean, bishop f5 would be great, but still there's a bishop on f6, which also can't really move. So I'm just trying to make some useful move here. Okay, this structure I like more already now. I got rid of those weakness, double pawn. Yeah. Okay, should be a bit better for me, I guess. Yeah, bishop e7 and rook e8, of course. This is not the idea, but I also have c5. I'm trying to be active here. Just feel like I have some kind of momentum that I want to use here. So that's why I'm playing a bit more aggressive. Yeah, takes an hour. Okay, after d5, probably rook e8 still works. So yeah, I'm gonna take on c5. Okay, rook e8 would be normal, but I have queen d5. Now, yeah, I don't know, king h7 or king h8. It's hard to say. Okay, actually, yeah, bishop e6. So just after saying that, yeah, there are two options. Now there's also this option because just rook e6 there's queen d5, so I have to exchange queens. But I have knight. Maybe I don't. Okay, so I need a move. I mean, knight e5, there's knight d4. And then, I don't know, it gets messy. So okay, I disconnected for quite some time, so I think I will lose this game on time. But okay, yeah, can happen, of course. Okay, assembly will have to be very fast right now. Rook 8. Yeah, now I won't play well, but I just have to play as fast as possible, so to not lose on time immediately. At least, like, try to not lose on time. Now the position actually is quite good again. It's just that, yeah, now 15 seconds is quite a big issue. I won a pawn now. Ah, okay, I blundered it again. Great. Yeah, it's simply the time is not enough right now. But okay, yeah, at least I can pre-move, so I have some chances to not lose immediately, but I don't feel like normally, I mean, if he's playing reasonably fast, he should be winning on time. I mean, position is probably draw right now. Because now I also managed to like get a solid setup. Okay, now I got a queen. Okay, I just lost on time. Can happen, of course. Here, there was just no chance because I disconnected before, lost like, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds, and of course I also felt that. But okay, yeah, let's go for the next challenge. So now it's gonna be some fought King's Indian, but probably some King's Indian Benoni mix. Okay, E5. I will go H3. Yeah, always. I mean, Engine always gives us very bad for black, but I mean, practically it's never even nearly as easy. So. Yeah, as usual, I mean, I'm going to be trying to get some play on the queen side, and he will try to push G5, G4 at some point, which of course also isn't easy at all, but yeah, the good thing is that I didn't castle short yet, so I have some potential to also get my king to the queen side, even if I'd already played a3 before, but since that's the side that normally here in this kind of structures I should be stronger on, I can do it, I feel. And also, of course, I would like to exchange the light squared bishops because I really need to control those squares. So I'm gonna go... Yeah, probably I don't even want to exchange. So I just need to control h5 so that he won't... I mean, now probably the black span would be knight f6 and queen e8. Yeah, a5 I don't like that much for black because now I always have this b5 square for the knight, which is very nice. Okay, taking back with the knight. Interesting. I mean, of course, normally this would be great for black, but with the a5 pawn, I'm not that sure. a4. Okay, I want to play knight b5. I just feel like using this weakness is normal. Okay, and also going bishop b4, so now d6 is hanging. Knight d4 is a move, but I'm not really afraid. Rook f6, okay. Okay, I'm kind of tempted to just sacrifice on b3 because it looks nice, but I don't think it's a good move, so I won't play it. Okay, I'm gonna go bishop h5. I'll just want to stop all kind of advances here. Bishop a6. Okay, now I have knight g4, and I can take on f6 first. But yeah, it's still not that clear because now I have some trouble with the square on d4. Yes. But I feel like since I'm contouring the white squares, it should be fine. I mean, I don't see any kind of big attack, and also c-file is open now, so I feel like the position should be winning for white. Now I have bishop g4 to certainly win the c-file, and then I can maybe enter. And I think as soon as I enter, the position should be completely winning. Yeah, just queen c4, queen c7. I don't know. Winning the d6 pawn somehow should be the goal. Knight b5, there's just rook d7. Slowly, I'm gonna win the pawns because the bishop on f6 and knight on e7 are both quite bad pieces here. And I don't really have any squares to go. I mean, as long as I'm not getting myself mated here, I should win this game. And I will just take all the pawns, and yeah, I don't think that there's any real waiting chances here. So. Yeah, just too much material up here for white. Okay, yeah, he resigned. Yeah, I think here is not much to do. I mean, of course, f3 you normally would have some kind of potential for attack, but since no rooks, queens on the board, it's very hard to do anything. So I see it's being requested that I'll play like some kind of weirder opening, so then I'm not gonna play something solid, but something rather, I mean, at least for my taste, weird. I mean, I have no clue of theory whatsoever here, so I'm just playing freestyle. Yes, okay. Yeah, it's hard. You don't really know what to do. And obviously the position is not very good for black, but yeah, I'll just try to make the best of it. Yeah, I mean, for white has many moves like knight f3, long castle, huge choice. H3 also, like maybe a bit too solid, but still normal move, nothing wrong with it. Yeah, and I need a plan, so I don't know, maybe a6, b5. I don't really know what to do. Bishop f3. Okay, I feel like this gives me the opportunity to go for e5. Because now after d5, knight e5, at least like the bishop on f3 is wrong. You have a bishop on e2, like knight f3 would be coming and everything is coordinated, but here pieces are a bit on the wrong square. I mean, bishop f3 clearly was against me playing b5, but now I have this, which is maybe even. I mean, b5 wasn't that good of a move, so I'm happier to have the e5 idea. d5. Okay, I don't know. Knight d4, probably the idea is bishop d1. But okay, yeah, bishop d1 is also, I mean, not the move that I should be too scared of, I think. Yeah, turns out also not the best openings can still work. I mean, white is, okay, knight g2 is a bit weird, I would say, because now I get to make, I don't know, the gf3 structure doesn't look too good, I would say. But of course, yeah, now there are always the ideas with f4, so I need to find a way to block that. Of course, I could go g5 immediately, but I don't really like it, so I don't want to go g5 as long as I don't need to. Because then, yeah, he will go to g3, and always this h4 break is in the air, which might not be that bad, but since I can always go g5 if I feel the need to, don't have to do it immediately. For example, now it might make quite a lot of sense to go for g5. I don't know. f4 might be a move, but I don't think it works. ef4, knight f4, and then okay, I can't take on g4 or on f4 or h4 because the g7 knight is also hanging, but just something like rook g8 or something defending the bishop, and then there are just two pieces attacked, and I don't really see how to save both of them. Yeah, so he's getting low on time, so I think there's not much to do here for white. I mean, it's not that bad maybe, but it should already be quite bad, and also with this little time it's very hard to find good resources. Yeah, e5 I feel like was the best try, but I couldn't quite make it work still. Okay, knight e5 I simply don't have to take back on this castle long, and okay, piece up is piece up. So. Yeah, okay. I don't think it was a very good game, since after this kind of opening it's very tough, but okay. So here we have an FM, so I think now it's time to get back to serious chess and serious openings. Okay, d4, knight f6. So we're playing some Lindsay. And knight f3, very interesting. I mean, usually they try to, I think very modern was a3 and knight c2, or like an old midline would be knight g2 and castles. But this knight f3 move I have never really seen. So I felt maybe the idea was to go knight e5 and f4, which is why I played knight d7 not to prevent that. Yeah, bishop can just go back to f8. It's fine. Yes, queen c2, c6. Okay, so now he's trying to push b4 next move. And I need to find some kind of encounter. I mean, not that b4 is that bad for me, but I'm not really sure I want to have it on the board. Okay, I just want to have, like, I know what I'm doing. I don't think c5 is that great of a move, but then at least my moves come quite natural, which I also believe is pretty important in Blitz. And now I have b6, there's bishop c6. Okay, I shouldn't do that. But yeah, now also, yeah, bishop e5 was a good move. I mean, because now after d5, obviously I would like to take with the knight, but now I can't. So then I'm playing cd4. But yeah, now white is better, I think. So it wasn't greatly played by me so far. I really need to get out of this pin. I mean, it's so important for me to get, I don't know, some knight c5 move or something here. This pin is just a serious problem. I mean, I can't stay with it. Okay, knight c5. Finally, at least develop the pieces. Okay, I have the isolated pawn and not much for it, so I mean, okay, I have potential attack with like rook on being on 5th rank. I might move to g5, h5 and create an attack, but that's still quite far from working. Also, b5 is quite a huge weakness, not only for the square for the bishop, but I would say also mainly for the knights. Of course, d4 is secured as like an outpost for the knight, so. But yeah, now I also have some play, at least it's not that bad. Okay, rook c1. Okay, I'm gonna go bishop g4 just because I need to develop the pieces. I mean, rook c8 would be nice to get in. Okay, I don't feel like I have a problem with exchanging those bishops. I just think that, okay, if we exchange, then I don't need to take myself. And now I don't want to exchange because, I don't know, knight c2, I might also be in some kind of pins. Now I have knight e4 because he's in the pin. Yeah, now I need to find an idea. Because obviously I could take on d2 or something, but I'm not a huge fan. But also I need to find some move. But okay, I don't really see moves, so I will just play h6. Yeah, it's very tough for me to find an idea. Okay, I just need to play fast. I mean, at least if the position is, we are both kind of stuck, then, I mean, if I try to find the plan and he will just make moves, I will simply lose on time, which also is not good. Yeah, now he has the same problem. He needs to make some kind of a move, and that's not really clear what to do. For example, maybe in the last move there was knight takes d5, but I'm not sure as well. Okay, now I'll just go for the sacrifice. Not because I believe it's that good, but simply because I believe with quite few, if we have not that much time, it's good to have attack. Probably I'm sacrificing too much, I don't know, but looks interesting at least. Yeah, that's what I mean. For him, it's just way more difficult to make some moves here, so there's no chance with that little time to defend this. Okay, queen g6 and knight f4, bishop d6. Also, I think the other position was quite good for me already, but before it was kind of gambling, I feel. So, okay, interesting game. Yeah, I misplayed the opening somewhere. Of course, c5 maybe wasn't the best, but at this point I didn't have a plan. Probably moving in the bishop back to f8 wasn't the best idea because then the knight didn't have the f8 squared anymore. So let's see whether we also have some players with a little bit less rating. Okay, I think he's not online yet, so I will search for another challenge. e4. Okay, let's go for Caro-Kann. Okay, I'll go for h6. Of course, I know h5 is the better and also mainline move, but e6, yeah, no. Okay, you can go queen d6. I mean, normally for Blitz, it's quite good since white needs to be very precise if he wants to get anything, and normally Blitz you just play most natural move, which means that black gets a quite good position. Yeah, for example, now I immediately got e5 here, which I think is already quite an achievement and quite good in the structure. I mean, I'm pinned for the moment, but f3 is hanging, and okay, I can easily unpin. It's not like this is going to be there forever. Now I have queen c5 check, yeah, and c2 is hanging. So I think I'm just winning a pawn here. Queen d4. Okay, I could still take bishop c2. I can also take queen c2. At the queen c2, there's just knight b c3, and then I feel like, I don't know, it's might be some weakness. So I think I'm just going to take with the bishop. Because then I can also exchange queens. And of course, ending with pawn up is quite solid. Bishop e5, rook e5. Yeah, now queen is pinned, so queen e5 is not possible. e2 is also hanging now. Yeah, I think it's a good position. I mean, I don't even see for white to avoid material loss now, because let's say knight e3. Yeah, exactly. Now I'm just going to take and go bishop c5, and this knight is pinned. And the rook d1 doesn't work, because I can just take. And otherwise, I don't see a way to defend the knight. Knight c2 can just go rook e2, because again, knight is pinned. Yeah, rook d1, but yeah, now I take. Already exchange and pawn up should be an easy win here. And I'm also trying to be like very precise strategically, not allowing f4. Now the bishop on d2 will stay bad. And yeah, just, I don't know, at some point push c5, d4, enter to the second rank, take a few more pawns or mate, and then should be winning. Okay, rook a4, a6. Okay, I don't think there are any problems. Now you have b5, c5 is also coming now. Yeah, it's just too much material difference here. No, and also no counterplay with this bishop on g2. Okay, I'm gonna go d4. I mean, again, just exchanging something is good for me. Yeah, I mean, here just the opening went very well, and then it was a quite easy game. That's what yeah, sometimes just those tricky openings are better than the good openings for Blitz. Okay, so next game. Okay, he also doesn't seem to be online. So then, different challenge. E6. Okay, so some kind of London. Yeah, it's very solid for white, obviously, but I don't think in terms of advantage there's much hope here. But still, yeah, I feel like, okay, now I'm happy that I at least get the BC3 structure, because then it's because there was the danger of it just getting a totally symmetrical structure. Let's say it would take on d5, and if I would take with the bishop and then, I don't know, go knight d7, rook c8, c5, that could turn out easily to be just dead equal. I mean, you might think that it's not that good of a deal to like support white's center because of the BC3, but I think it's not that clear always. Yeah, we'll go knight a5 now soon. Okay, I think queen c2 is blundering something already, because now, yeah, I mean, you're in the pin here. Probably even already more than just one pawn. Because cd4, knight d4, and I mean, I can take on f3 already. The king is getting weak, and if you take back with the queen, let's say queen d1, queen f3, then you're in the pin, and after f5 you lose another piece. So this looks already quite bad. Yeah, and now, okay, of course, queen can go anywhere, but knight f3, g3 is a very bad structure. Already I am pawn up, and then, yeah. I guess the position is already lost. Okay, queen a4. Yeah, queen a4 seems very reasonable. Okay, I'm gonna take. And then, okay, I could go f5 because there's an knight e2, and then I will win f3. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just pick up another pawn. Yeah, I'm just playing solid now. I mean, at some point, of course, I can also try to mate, since I have this light squared bishop, and there are quite a few light squared weaknesses here. But, okay, being 2 pawns up, you can also play it solidly and just say, okay. I mean, any kind of endgames are good. So bishop against knight would be great, only pawn endgames would be great. I mean, exchanges are not a problem for me. Okay, now maybe try to go with queen h4. Just endgame is fine for me. Now I won't mate, but I don't think I really need to mate to win this game. Being 2 pawns up, you can. Also, his knight is not that good. I mean, it's not like that's jumping around causing huge amount of trouble, and it's very dangerous, but rather that, okay, it's just has some place to stay, but it's not really doing anything. Now it also has to go back, I think. Okay, knight d4 is possible. Okay, it's not a problem. I mean, here, it's, as long as I don't really like blunder material, nothing should go very wrong. Maybe I can still mate. Yeah. Okay, I also think that just, of course, queen c2 was blunder, and then it's very bad position on it. Okay, we are giving the 2700 another chance to show up and play the game. Okay, now it works. d5, e3. Yeah, I mean, you already see that it is some kind of similar structure to the last game. But of course, yeah, now it's I'm quite a few tempi up, and we still have one pair of light pieces more on the board. I just think that, yeah, in this structure, of course, f6 is not ideal, which is why I feel like white can play for advantage, even though black has the center here. Okay, a6. Yeah, I mean, I need to find the plan that's most important. I think I can take and go knight a4, trying to get knight c5. I mean, just in general, it's, I would say, quite hard for black to find a plan here, simply because normally with knight on f6 you have more activity and also more chance of developing the pieces. For example, now this knight doesn't really have a square to go, yeah? Usually there's, I don't know, knight e4 and then f5, f4. I mean, okay, from the black side now f5, f4, and yeah. No, it's not that easy. I mean, I will try to put a knight on c5, a6 might now also be a weakness. Yeah, for example, with pawn a7, rook c8 would be the normal move. Now a6 is same. Okay, he goes for a5. No, but knight c5, then he will really go to c8. Oh, no. Okay, but if he takes on c5, I'm also happy. Yes, I mean, it was possible to take. It's not bad, but I also I think I'm happy with it. So. Okay, now I could go bishop b5, but then there's queen d6. If I go queen d2, maybe he will go a4. So I'll go queen c2. Okay, there's still a4 to be fair, but yeah, I think this works. No, I mean, takes as a rook c8, I take a5, and this is still protected. A4 is bishop b5. And I hope to win the pawn. And if I win the pawn and I don't run into huge trouble, okay, so idea is bishop a4, rook a4. That's a nice trick. And then, yeah, queen b8 queen b2, queen e7, queen c1 would be made, so I have to take with the pawn on a4. But okay, also here I'm happy. I mean, let's pawn up. The a-pawn will be very difficult to defend for him, I can already say that. I just need to be precise to not run into some trouble. Queen on c5 is, I think, a very good square, very active. And I'll just push the a-pawn. Yeah. Simply push the a-pawn. Okay, so I think I have the opportunity to exchange queens here. And I don't know, I feel like I should do it. I'm not sure it's good, but I'm doing it anyway. I mean, the a-pawn is just so hard to defend with knights. So I totally fully rely on that. Yeah, it's just that now I can't go a6 immediately, but okay. Yes, this is still the defense, and now I need to find the win, which is probably not easy at all, but okay, I have to try. Okay, I could have given a check before. This would have been a good idea. I didn't. I think I can take on d4 now, though. Of course, king c7 is smooth, but this should be bad. Yeah, not like this, though. Oh, okay, run into bishop f4, now it's winning. Yeah, I think just knight c3 wasn't that easy, actually, because I couldn't move the a-pawn. Still, it should be much better, but now it's just winning. I mean, if I don't lose sometime, he also resigned. I think it was a quite decent game. In the end, I made quite a few mistakes. But okay, up till then, I got a better position, and then obviously, if you get lower on time, it gets quite messy. So, next game. Yeah, I will stick to the system. Of course, now I had the chance to transpose to some kind of Mirana with d4, but not necessary. Now I got the better version of some kind of Mirana. First of all, I got the bishop to d3 in one move, because usually black has the bishop on d6, they always had this with quick e5 against bishop on d3. And also I don't get to play b3 that quick, and I normally have to go queen c2 before I play b3, so here I got a better version compared to some main lines. Yeah, I mean, normally I don't believe this is the best way to fight for equality with black, because, yeah, I mean, bishop on e7 is quite passive. Of course, a6, b5 is the normal setup, but still. I'm feeling like it's quite comfortable for me. No, yeah, always you have to worry about cd5. Okay, now I'm gonna go cd5, because anyway, he gets to exchange the bishops. And now at least there's no opportunity to take back just cd5, which means that he will probably go e5 or knight d5, I'm not sure. But both is possible. Then, of course, the structure is not ideal. Still, it's very solid structure, but okay, the pawn on c6 is kind of weak. Yes, okay, knight, of course, bishop b4 is natural, knight e2. I mean, I just rely on this pawn on c6 always having some trouble, or causing some trouble for him. c5 is now possible because of the dc5 couldn't work, because then knight e5, cd6, knight d3 would have won a piece. Now, yeah, I also need to find a move here. Okay, I'm gonna go knight g3, and in case he goes g6, I just claim that this was a weakness, and then okay. I mean, I could go dc if I want. Probably I don't want. Okay, I will go dc5. Knight c5, okay. And yeah, I'm already tempted to go for some mating attack, so I'll go queen f5. Queen g5, knight f5, those ideas are in the air right now. Okay, normally it shouldn't work. Black is playing precisely, but at least there are ideas. Yes, queen e6 was, I think, a good idea. And also the a4 pawn scene, which is quite annoying. Okay, knight e4. Okay, that's weird now. Somehow quite many pieces are potentially hanging. Okay, we'll see what happens here. I'm not really sure what I'm doing is any good. Okay, I even have to take back first, because knight b8 there was takes at knight d2. Okay, then I should have taken on e4 first, but yeah, and now with this, the way it is. Yeah, I'm not that big of a fan of my position now, but okay, what to do. I mean, it's also not that bad. It's just not specifically good. No, it's pity that I can't take in e6 or on e6 in between, because okay, that would have been nice to win that pawn, but yeah. Okay. There was rook c7, and there maybe was very tricky idea. Okay, now I feel like I might be a bit better again, because I have control over the only really open file. But it's also very hard to mention how I will break through here. But I will try, and there are some chances. And also, we are both low on time, and okay, knights are always very tricky. But yeah, I also feel like the position is better for me. Okay, now I'm also winning material, and then should be a win. Yeah, now everything is on white, so the bishop has no chance of taking any pieces. And yeah. Okay. I sometimes see people charging 2 times, so I have to be a bit accurate. Okay, maybe I'll try and change the setup a bit for this game at least. So now we transpose to Queen's Indian. Yeah, I think this is still more or less theory. I mean, it's a normal position. I mean, I gave up the pair of bishops, but now with e4, rook d1, I have full control over the center, so that's, of course, a good thing. But also, of course, black now got the pair of bishops and still no weaknesses. It's quite normal position still. c5. Okay, that's interesting. I haven't seen this kind of idea here, but yeah, probably it's good. Yeah, I think I'll just have to accept this d5 e5 structure. It's in, okay, he takes. Now I have ed5 and cd5. I'm not entirely sure, because after cd5 I can maybe push e5 immediately, which would be very strong. So okay, then I will take cd5 then. Yeah, now I have e5, and I think now this is... Ah, wait. I don't even need to take back, I can just play d6 and win the piece. That's good that I didn't pre-move knight e5. I mean, knight e5 would also be a better position if I get the knight to c6. Of course, this is very strong, but yeah, it's not as good as this is, I think. Okay, he takes, but yeah, this is just a full piece, and also controlling the d file, the position is lost. I mean, he has 2 pawns, but he will lose at least one of them now. I mean, e4, there's knight g5, and then e4 singing, b6 is singing. It's not too good. Yeah, okay, here it's very tough already. I mean, he's full piece down, and then it's quite hard to like find some ideas to even keep the game alive. Yeah, okay, it's quite easy technique from now on. Okay, I see we even have a few more FMs here, so I will try to give my best against them. Okay. From Great Britain. Okay, then we will stick to the G3 stuff, which also worked. So again, it will transpose to some kind of English structure here, I think. Though I don't know what exactly. Maybe his move order wasn't very precise, although I'm not sure. It's just that I feel like maybe he mixed something up, since the knight was not yet on the c3, and now he might get into some trouble. Because cd4, knight d4 he can't really take, then there's queen d4 and bishop g7, knight c6. Okay, it's not really what you want, I believe. Yeah, okay, he also thinks for quite some time, which I guess is a good sign for me. Yes, he goes for this. Now I also have knight b5, to be fair, because then I will get an endgame where he has to take back with the king on d8, which of course is not good. But it's also the question that how bad is it, so now I have to think a bit as well. Okay, I think I'm going to take on c6. This, I mean, it exists with a tempo up from the other side, but of course it's huge tempo. It's a very big difference here, I think. So I really can do it. Bishop d7, yes, normal. And okay, I will go rook d1. It's castles, and now I wanted to play e4. I'm not sure this is too good, but it looked normal to me. Now I go back to c2, and I will try to play against the weak c-pawn. Or just, in general, the not that good structure here. The queen c8. I don't know exactly what the idea is, so I will just play bishop e3, try to develop. Of course, bishop e6, now it's simply threatening knight c4, which would obviously be a good thing for him, so... Okay, I think if I get bishop d4, it's totally fine, though. I mean, just eliminate this strong bishop on g7, and then make sure that there are no immediate threats, and then I will try to slowly find a way to exploit this weakness. That is the plan here. Knight e5, that's interesting. Because I'm not sure I really want to play f4. It's a quite committing move. And knight a4, there's bishop g4. This is also annoying. So... Well, okay, f4 is committing, but I will still do it. I think it's necessary here. Take on g7. And knight a4. I'll try to put the knight on c5 to block the diagonal. Yeah, I think this was a good decision. I mean, I'm not sure after bishop g7, maybe there was queen e3, but okay, it can't be that bad. c5, but okay, I think I can simply take the pawn. I could have also taken with the knight, but okay, again, I just always feel like, you know, if I get some material advantage, exchanging pieces is not a bad thing. So okay, but now h3, where does this knight go? Knight f6, there's e5, knight h6 is possible, but ugly. Now I have check, knight f6, e5, and I win a piece. So that's very good. Yeah, now that position is good. Okay, good game. Okay, I think I will play one more 3-0 and then... Okay, probably also some bullet games. Okay, it depends on the challenges. If you want to play 3-0, we can also continue with 3-0 here. So we'll see whether we have theory duel here or not. Depends on what kind of line we will go to. Okay, so we have quite main theory here, at least enough. I will go for the mirror. I know it's quite sharp, but okay, I think it's good. Okay. So in the footsteps of Magnus here. Okay, I'll go for h6. No, yeah, there are so many movers. I was just trying to figure out which one exactly was the correct. So that's why I fought for a bit here. But okay, seems like a quite normal position. As long as I don't get mated with like h3, g4, it's normal. So it's similar to some kind of structure you could get out of exchange Caro-Kann also, but then of course with exchange colors. Yeah, now I'll try rook e8 and knight e4 or something. Maybe also a5. I mean, it's a very normal and solid position for both sides, I would say. Yeah, rook b1, now a5. Just stopping b4. Yeah, now I can decide whether I want to stop b4 or not. I'm not sure I want to. I mean, b4 is also not that big of a problem, to be honest. But I'm not sure. Okay, I will go a4 here. It's just that I have queen a5 next move, so I will get to protect everything, but yeah, I mean, white always has this idea of maybe playing e4, but usually it's just the way to say that, okay, I will try to equalize. I don't think that in this kind of more or less position, there's a chance of getting an advantage like this. Yeah, now I also need to think about my plan. So probably bishop d6. Yeah, I think that's an idea. Now I'll try to get knight e4 next move. e4. Yes, that's, as I said, usually an option. So now I need to figure out in which order I want to take. Okay, so I think this one I have to take. Yeah, probably I have to take everything. But yeah, I would really love to get knight f6 in, but then it's not so easy. It's not easy to get that. So, no, queen d5, I lose a pawn. Okay, so then I will take and go knight b6. Yeah, it's very solid for white here. Not easy. I mean, now at least they have to square d5, so I also shouldn't be in any kind of trouble, but yeah, to find some weaknesses is not easy at all. Okay, queen on d5 is also very solid in terms of defending against some kind of attack. I mean, f7 is protected, and queen g4 I can take on d5. Just take the pawn. Queen f5. Okay, but yeah, f6. Why not f6? Why don't I win a piece? Okay, I think I win a piece. So I'm gonna go for f6 and rook f8. And okay, probably I blundered something, but in case not, I think I'm just winning. Yeah, so okay, I will just win the piece and then that should be it. Of course, I still need to be accurate, but okay, I mean, the position is clearly winning, and now it's just about trying to not blunder everything. I can even take d4 now. Yeah, okay, position is winning. Okay, I also think this was a quite solid game. I mean, more or less equal position after the opening, and then at some point it got messy, but it worked out for me. So now we'll see, like, okay, I could play some bullet or also like 1 or 2 more 3-0s. Okay, since I don't have challenges with 1 now, then I think I will stick to 3-0. Bishop g5. Yeah. With e3, it's quite passive. I mean, I feel like I'm probably already better after the opening right now. Just, I got everything I wanted here. Okay, of course, it's very normal. I mean, just the knight on t3 is not where it's classically supposed to be. Let's put it that way. And now I'll try to play a6, b5 to develop the bishop to b7. And I think then everything would be in quite good harmony. Probably I can also push break with e5 quite soon, simply because in terms of development, even though I'm like here already ahead, I think. Like just the knight on c3 is not very well placed, so I can always kick it with b4. So I'm gonna be trying to do something aggressive already. I feel my pieces are better placed, have better harmony here. Okay, knight g3, yeah, it's very logical just to try and use. I mean, I weakened the square f5, and now I probably get the payback for it, but I can still go g6 and defend it. But it's not clear for me where to castle, actually. Probably I'll even try to play queen c7 and castle long. Might be interesting. Okay, he castles short. I will go queen c7, yes. Anyway, suits my setup, so. But yeah, castling long feels kind of weird, yeah, since I pushed my pawns so far. But okay, all of his pieces are on the king side again, so it's also hard to imagine that it's getting extremely dangerous, but at least potentially it's very dangerous, obviously, to castle when having pushed the pawns so far already. And I would like to have, yeah, I think it's important to push h5 here. g5, I can think about h4, I'm not sure about it. But I also don't need to play h4. I mean, he will go h4 next move, but then I can break with f6. That's an option. So I will go knight e8. Yeah, reroute the knight. Anyway, knight on d6 is great square for the knight, I think. Threatening to go to c4, also maybe to f5 at some point if I manage to get rid of the knight on g3, and now king b8 and f6. So this should be like the plan. Yeah, now it's time to break. I mean, he also prepares for some kind of attack against my king, but I think I might be faster here. Okay, a4. I think ab5 is not too bad for me. So yeah, so he has a huge problem now here. I don't know how he's going to defend, because hg5, there's simply h4, knight h1, h3, and I'm winning a piece. So he might even have to give up a second pawn, and then gh4, g5, g4. I'm very fast. I think the position is very good now. A b5, yeah, exactly. Just a b5. Okay, I will also take this one. Threatening knight b3, and now also gh4. Yeah, simply his pieces are not coordinated very well. That's, I think, the problem. Just the bishop's not doing anything. Knights don't have really like any good outposts, and I'm very active here. Okay, taking on h4 and just push the pawns now. g5 and g4, like open up the whole side and try to mate. Yeah, I will go to a4 just to like close some files. I mean, to be safe. Yeah, e4, g4 again. Simply pawns out rolling. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure. It was a complicated position, but it felt like it was a quite solid game. Okay, I am challenging for a bullet game, so it will be interesting. Usually I'm not that good in bullets since I'm quite slow, but okay, it will be interesting to see how it goes. Yeah, I might be a bit better here. Although, of course, we have to be honest, in bullet, it doesn't matter that much really. Okay, now I'm winning a piece. That matters quite much. Okay, I don't need to take it immediately even. Okay, still don't need to take it. Okay, now I need to take it. Okay, I'm going bishop d7 here. I'm not sure. Maybe he could have actually taken on c1 and just looked so dangerous after queen g5. Even though he had to check on e2, king f1, I didn't really see anything. But might be that it did work. But yeah, now the position is simply totally lost. Okay, I'm winning another exchange even. That's a queen. So I think it was okay. I mean, you just burned up the piece quite early, and then of course it's getting easier. Okay, I will see. Like if I have one bullet challenge, I will play one more bullet because yeah. But okay, already played him, so. Yeah, okay, then I will. Okay, we have one more bullet. So this will be then the last game for today, I think. Yeah, we have normal structuring, and I think similar to what I've had quite a few times today already. But again, I quite much like my position simply because this g3 bishop g2 setup is not too good, since the bishop is not doing that much there. Now I'll try to exchange that bishop simply because it defends the weak squares, and I feel like if I get to exchange it, I might get an attack. So that's what I'm trying to do here. It doesn't really work. I mean, it didn't work the way I wanted it to. Okay, knight e4, and then I will have to continue with g4. If I am like trying to take an h5, h4, now this is the plan. Simply push. Okay, now maybe f3 threatening, so okay, I should have played f6 earlier. I just realized after queen d3 there was f6 probably. Okay, then there was knight g4, though. It's not that easy. Okay, f3, rook e5 now. Fg4, yeah, now it's queen. Okay, good game. So yeah, I mean, think went quite well today, and yeah, the next days I also have. I mean, tomorrow 6 p.m. is the AMA, and then I think afterwards, next day again is another Banter Blitz. So I'm looking forward to that, and then yeah, see ya.
The highlights though for me has been first half and then
It's time to take control of your journey towards chess mastery. Magnus Carlsen introduces Chessable, the definitive solution for studying chess. Move Trainer uses the science of spaced repetition to identify your strengths and eliminate your weaknesses. There's no need to set up a board, remember which page you're on, or keep track of all the moves you miss. Move Trainer empowers you to go from the opening to the end game with confidence. It's a seamless, effective, and fun way to study chess. Choose from one of the largest online chess libraries in the world, with hundreds of titles ranging from classic books through to our exclusive Chessable courses, including over 100 free courses. Get expert insights from International Master John Bartholomew, Grandmaster Sam Shankland, International Master Christoph Sulecki, Grandmaster Simon Williams, World Champion Magnus Carlsen, and hundreds of other instructors. Get started now and join our growing community of over 100,000 chess enthusiasts at chessable.com. Chessable, take control of your journey towards chess.
Welcome to the new Chess24 playing experience. Play in light mode or dark mode. Choose from a range of time controls or create a custom game and get paired with players from around the world fast. Enjoy a polished playing experience while making moves on a fresh, responsive board to claim your victories. Train and improve with over 80,000 puzzles. And that's not all. Download now and discover what more you can enjoy in our brand new app.